Today, we're diving into 3 engineering marvels from China that seriously blur the line between what's real and what belongs in a sci-fi movie. Honestly, get ready to have your mind blown. Have you ever watched some futuristic film and just thought, yeah, right, that could never happen in my lifetime? Well, I'm here to tell you, the future is a whole lot closer than you think. So for this explainer, we're going to take a trip to 3 actual places on Earth where imagination and engineering have completely teamed up to create something that, well, it should be impossible. Let's get this journey started. Okay, our first stop takes us to the huge green landscapes of Inner Mongolia. And this isn't just some tourist trap. It's about blending this really thrilling experience right into nature with some brilliant, super simple engineering. So, what is this marvel of simple engineering? It's the world's longest grass slide. And when I say long, I really, really mean it. This slide stretches for an incredible 12 kilometers. To give you some perspective on that, 12 kilometers is like laying about 120 football fields end to end. Just try to imagine gliding across that entire distance, winding your way through the hills. But here's the part that is just incredible. There are no engines, no noisy machinery, no complex power source. The entire ride is powered by one single silent force: gravity. The absolute genius here is in the design of the track itself, which just naturally controls your speed over that massive distance. This isn't some loud, clanking machine. It's a quiet, thrilling glide through these stunning green hills, and it's powered only by the landscape itself. It truly is nature's own roller coaster. All right, so from that serene simplicity, we're doing a complete 180 and jumping into pure, high-octane adrenaline. Our next stop is the Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon for an experience that's, well, it's less of a ride and more like controlled flight. Your journey starts at the edge of a cliff, 300 meters straight up. Now, to put that into perspective, that's pretty much the height of the Eiffel Tower. You are literally stepping off a world-famous landmark into thin air. And believe me, this is no gentle drop. You'll hit speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour. That's faster than you'd be driving on most highways. Imagine just plunging through the clouds at that kind of speed. People who have actually taken the plunge, they all say there's really only one way to describe it. With the wind just roaring past you and the canyon floor rushing up to meet you, it is exactly like flying. Thankfully, with the safety of a very highly engineered magnetic braking system, I might add. So yeah, forget everything you think you know about zip lines. This is not some casual trip between a few trees. At this height and at this speed, it's basically a vertical rocket ride. For our final stop, we're shifting gears from recreation to massive, world-changing industry. We're heading to the Three Gorges Dam to see an engineering marvel that just defies logic. It's a machine that lifts entire ships. So why does this thing even exist? Well, before this, for a ship to get past the dam, it had to go through this whole series of locks, a process that took hours and created a huge bottleneck for trade. Now, this colossal ship lift cuts that journey down to just 40 minutes. It is a complete revolution in efficiency. Let's just take a moment to really appreciate the incredible scale of this thing. The lift can hoist ships that weigh up to 3,000 tons. It raises them 112 meters high. That's the height of a 40-story building. This isn't just lifting a ship, it's completely redefining what's possible in heavy engineering. So, we've gone from serene to extreme to purely industrial. These projects are so much more than just impressive feats. So what's the big picture here? What do these wonders actually tell us about our future? Just think back on our trip for a second. We started with the quiet elegance of a gravity-powered slide. Then we felt the adrenaline rush of a vertical zip line. And finally, we witnessed the just awesome power of a lift that raises entire ships into the air. The common thread connecting all of these is a relentless drive to push way beyond what's conventional. Each one of these projects takes an idea that sounds completely impossible, a 12-kilometer slide, a vertical rocket ride, a ship elevator, and makes it a stunning reality. And this just leaves us with a really fascinating question. If today's engineering already looks this much like science fiction, what on earth is tomorrow's reality going to look like?